Today, the Supreme Court heard oral arguments in a case that could change abortion rights in the United States. The justices will consider whether to uphold a Mississippi law that bans nearly all abortions after 15 weeks. Their ruling, which probably won't be known until June, could undermine two previous landmark cases. Those are Roe v. Wade, which legalized abortion nationwide, and Planned Parenthood v. Casey, which reaffirmed it. Hundreds of demonstrators for and against abortions gathered in cities across the nation today, including right here in Tampa Bay. 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio spoke to a law professor about what the court's decision could mean for them.
If I was a woman who was pro-abortion, pro-choice, should I be concerned?
Yes.
Millions are watching closely as experts say the nation's highest court looks poised to limit the right to an abortion.
Roe v. Wade is really on the chopping block.
Visiting assistant professor Robin Powell at Stetson Law says that's because majority of the Supreme Court justices are conservative, 6-3 to be exact.
It did seem like there were several justices that were really trying to justify overruling Roe v. Wade.
She says this wasn't a possibility before the passing of liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
So I think that it is completely intentional that this case is where it is right now.
The case is sparking concern from pro-choice activists, including here in St. Pete.
I believe that abortion is health care. It's really a human right, and we need to not overturn this law. It can be detrimental.
If the court upholds the Mississippi law, several states might soon further restrict or try to outright ban abortions. Pro-life supporters hope the court does just that.
Life is worth protecting from conception.
As we wait for a decision, a growing number of states are working to pass abortion limits. Powell believes the outcome of this case could set a new precedent for other cases, including contraceptive rights.
And so this is really a slippery slope.
There are a couple of Florida lawmakers who are proposing a pair of bills that would change women's rights. Those will be considered in next month's legislative session. If those pass, the High Court's ruling could affect one or both. Again, a decision is not expected until early next summer. But how that decision affects you really depends on where you live. So let's take a deeper dive. 21 conservative states have already passed laws banning all or almost all abortions if Roe v. Wade is overturned. And those are just the states that have already put pen to paper. Several others, including Florida, are considering the move pending the decision. But there's another side to this. 16 states are actually working on legislation to protect access to abortions. Again, it could take a while before we get a decision from the Supreme Court on this case, but we may be able to get a better glimpse on how the court is leaning. Last month, justices heard arguments on a Texas law that allows civil suits to be brought against anyone involved in getting an abortion. The court may have a ruling on that soon.